Hello Masters, this video is more in-depth walkthrough um, of the Compkit. It's a tool what I just made. It's a blueprint for 2.5D composition in Unreal Engine 5. Basically, it's a blueprint which is creating the dynamic material instance, and here you can control all the different stuff. So let's go what we have here. Jump up here to overview. Here is the map when you have all the blueprints in here, so you can see we can have the object, texture object, mask, translucent, additive, and unlit. And the blueprint is working like that, that you can choose whatever texture you want to. You can just drag and drop it into a blueprint, and you can then create some copies and adjust it. So you don't have to make your own material instances and duplicate them, because this blueprint is creating the dynamic material instance for each object, and you can adjust it as you want to. And yeah, so that's the basic logic behind it. But we can change, some of the basic color correction, like the desaturation, the brightness of the object, the power of the texture, and add some emissive to it. You can also change the blend mode of the material itself, so it can be translucent, additive, or unlit. If you use unlit, you should use the emissive texture, the emissive value. And as you can see here, when I change the texture, it automatically changed to the ratio of the image by the texture resolution. And yeah, so that's this one. Let's put this back, and we have the blueprint, which is, there is a master blueprints, and you want to use these blueprints. So that's the child blueprints, and we have one for the object. That's this one, and you can see we can easily replace the texture. CK, let's say with this one. And there is also blueprint like this one. Is much bigger because it's made for the background objects. Let's say you want to use some trees in background, so you use this one. As you can see here, the background is also prepared as a curved mesh, but you can change it up here on the mesh. You can change it to flat, or you can select your custom mesh. The automatic scale based on the image resolution can be turned on and off by here. And if you choose the custom mesh, you can find many prepared different meshes here. Maybe I will choose the different picture. I choose this one. And here you can see we have few different banded planes, different angles, and some hemispheres and so on. But you can use also your own custom mesh. Okay, and then we have these blueprints for skies. So these blueprints are the same, so they have the same master blueprint, the parent one, but this one is prepared for the texture. So let me show you the texture one. It's quite big, and if here I'm using the 360 images, but as a texture. So let me show you. If I just place here the texture, I get my 360 image here. But if I want to use the texture cube, I can drag it here. You can see it's not working because we need to switch the texture type to texture cube, and now it's working. So that's the main difference between this blueprint and this one. So this one is working with the texture, and this one is working with the cube map. Okay, then you have the same settings with the color correction and with the UV. Yeah, I forgot. You can also animate You can also animate the UV rotation, as you can see here. So it's here just the panner speed X. So yeah, that's all prepared for you up here. And then there is a few blueprints for the gradients, like the radial one, and the linear. So it's this one, radial. As you can see here, you can change the density, you can invert it. So you can work with that, you can change the color, and you can change from translucent to additive. And there is also depth fade. So now you see it's like cutting the floor. If I add the depth fade, it's getting fade from the ground. And yeah, that's basically this one. This is the linear one. Here you can switch if you want to use the horizontal or vertical. And you can also change the color and so on. I didn't mention that you can also change the pivot. By default is set to the bottom, but let's go here. If you use it from the bottom, it's up here, but you can go to the mesh part and change the pivot to the center if you want to, and then you can work with that from the center or to, let's say, to the left or right, and so on. Yeah, here is also the view maps with the pictures. So as you can see here, all the textures, what you can see here, are in the demo texture folders. So there's some clouds, there's some skies, building, mountains. I'm using these mountains up here, but I color grade them to green one. And when you see it through the camera, it looks like this. The camera is locked now, so we can unlock it. And as you can see, if we are moving, we have the nice parallax. But you will use this blueprint mostly for the backgrounds. But as you can see, it's working also in the first plan. Yeah, and then we have the debugging. So if you import your textures, it's important to set two things. As you can see here, we have this edge up here, and that's caused by the filter of the texture. So let's fix this one. If you open the texture, double click on it, and here type filter. You can change the filter to the nearest, and you see the edge is done. Okay, so that's the first thing you need to set up to your textures, what you want to use in my blueprint. And then here you can see the edge, the white edge it's quite pixelated. When I'm close, it's okay, but when I'm zooming out, you get these pixels on the edge, and it's caused by the map maps. Also in here, like these. This edge is quite pixelated. So when I open this texture, I set the map GAN settings, and I will set to no map maps. And now, as you can see, it's much better. Okay, you don't have to do it one by one. You can do it for all the textures at once. So let me show you how to do it. Open the demo textures or whatever folder you have. Select all the textures. Right click, add selection, and edit selection in property matrix. And here I will select all my textures. First I will type filter, and that's the same what we did what we made before, but now we are doing it for all the textures. So set it to nearest. It takes a while, but then you can save it, and then you can type mapgen, and here you can set it to no map maps. And yeah, that's all you need to do with your textures if you want to use them with a high quality with my blueprints. And that's it. Maybe I will just go through the blueprint itself. If you go to the blueprints folder, you can see here are all the presets you want to use. Here are the master materials, like the parent one, and as I showed you, this is creating the dynamic material instance. It's controlling the pivot. It's controlling the size of the mesh based on the texture resolution. All the components are ready for the controlling in sequencer. I do not recommend them to run on even tick, but if you want to animate them and use them somewhere else, I prepared for even graph all the necessary parts up here, but it's not connected. So if you want to control them on even tick, just connect this. Yeah, and that's the same for all the other blueprints. Also the sky works on like this and so on. Yeah, here is the even graph prepared. Here's the construction script. And yeah, I'm planning to do some tutorials in the future which are covering how to create this kind of blueprint, but for now you can just grab this one from the marketplace. And yeah, thank you for purchasing and good luck with your projects.